The broadcast of these playoff games has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
Hey, welcome to tonight's broadcast.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Aberdeen Civic Arena.
I can't hear. Oh, there we go. Okay, welcome to tonight's broadcast of on Hub City Radio live stream. Got our first postseason game of the year for boys basketball, and it's between Aberdeen Christian Knights and the Britton Hecla Braves. And this is Dave Palmer with Matt Rohrbach, and we're gonna cover the game here for you tonight. They're just getting ready to start lineups. And what do you think, Matt? 64 teams left. Tonight's the first night that we trim half of them out of there.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, obviously Aberdeen Christian should win this game, but, that's not how it always goes. And we were looking at scores before this, and Canastota was down 15 to Chester, so that's a surprise in itself right there.
Yeah, winning team to a 500 team. We're going to stand for our national anthem, and when we come back, we'll have our starting lineups.
Have the option to salute.
Well, as Matt said earlier, that on paper Aberdeen Christian is favored. They're the number 3 ranked team in the Sports Writers poll in Class B, and they're the number 1 seed in Region 1. And right now they're about in 5th place in seed points in Class B. And Britton Hecla Aberdeen Christian met back in December 21st.
Yep.
The Knights won that game 66-38, so it was quite lopsided, but that's long enough ago that you throw all that out the window.
Yeah, December 21st, I believe that was the 4th game of the year. Honestly, you go back to that Waverly South Shore game last year, the Aberdeen Christian played. They beat Waverly by 30 earlier in that year, so Knights are going to want to get off to a hot start here.
Absolutely. They really struggled. They played that first round against Great Plains Lutheran and kind of struggled and really struggled that second round, and then kind of caught fire at the end of the game, and that continued right on into the state championship game. Let's go through our starting lineups here tonight. First for Britton Hecla Braves. They'll start number 2, Aiden Fredrickson. He's a 6'1 senior guard. Number 3, Luke Storley. He's a 5'7 junior guard. Number 5 is Bodell Davidson. He's a 6'1 junior forward. Number 11, Dawson Treby. He's a 5'11 sophomore guard. And then lastly, their big man, Ashton Mills, number 34. He's a 6'4 junior forward. The Braves are coached by Troy Connect, and their assistants are Jacob Skogstad and B.J. Richter. So, Matt, why don't you take us through Aberdeen Christian lineup here tonight?
Yeah, much of the same. Not going to hear anything different. They're going to start the way they've started all year with those 5 juniors, Andrew Brennan and Malik Weaker in the backcourt, followed by Jackson Isaacson, Ethan Russell, and Caden Clark. I mean, this Knight squad obviously went to the championship game last year, so they have a lot of experience on this roster. I would expect them to get off to a hot start here and see if they can put this one away early.
You know, the Knights really got it handed to them last week on Friday night by Groton. Not handed to them, but just played a really, really solid Groton Tiger team and kind of struggled as that game came to a conclusion and lost by double digits. Only the third loss of the season for the Knights there. End this regular season at 7-3, but tonight everybody's record is 0-0 as we'll get ready for this toss-up.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things the coaching staff definitely pointed out to was the fact that they were 1 for 24 from the three-point line versus Groton. So, I mean, they're 1 for 24 tonight. We're going to have a dogfight, but so they're definitely going to want to get into that three-point column early.
Our officials tonight are Adam Holt. He's the pride of Crestbard, and Bo Beck, the pride of Roscoe, South Dakota, and Chris Ferricks, he's the pride of Warner, South Dakota. So, crew not too far away. Braves will win that tip, and will set up in their half-court offense.
Yeah, both teams played primarily man when they played December 21st. I would expect much of the same tonight. The matchup for the Knights is going to be Fredrickson. Can they find him? Can they hold him down? It looks like Jackson Isaacson's going to get the start on him here tonight. Yeah,
as has been the case for the last couple of years, Jackson tends to take who the Knights think is going to be their toughest matchup. And that first shot's an air ball, and strong rebound by Jackson on the backside, and the Knights will set up with their first possession of the night here.
Yeah, man here for Britton Hecla. Knights going to do a little set here. See if they can get a little ball screen action, I believe, with Isaacson. There's Russell down low.
Russell's doubled, but ball's lost out of bounds, and the Knights will retain possession down on the baseline.
Yeah, a little up screen there from Malik Weaker. I like that action, but Isaacson, both guys actually went with Russell. Weaker was going to be open for a three-pointer.
Malik was wide open, but they doubled down on the ball.
They did.
That's kind of a hard place to run an out-of-bounds play, isn't it? That baseline way high there.
Not something that you're necessarily looking to score out of.
They get the ball into Russell, and he's fouled and go to the line, knocked to the floor. But had good position, and Ethan Russell will shoot two.
That's a welcome sight right there if you're a Knights fan, Knights coaching staff. Russell just didn't really get involved in the action against Groton Tigers. Caden Kurtz did a really good job on him, keep him out of the lane. So here's Russell getting an attack within the first minute of the game.
The Knights definitely have an advantage with their two big guys, with Caden Clark and Ethan Russell. If you put Mills on one, the other one should be open.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Mills attacks some of these ball screens that Christian obviously is heavily going to use. Be interested to see if he hedges or if they switch or if they go under.
Russell makes both free throws. The Knights take a 2-0 lead, and we'll see how Britton does in their second possession here.
Yeah, they really used the shot clock a lot in that first possession. I would assume that's probably going to be an emphasis from Coach Connect. So we'll see. We'll see how the second possession goes.
And there will be a travel out front. Knights will take over at three-quarter court.
Well, you can see early there trying to put a little pressure on, especially on Weaker. Just get the ball out of his hands early.
Kind of token pressure, and the Knights will set up in their half-court offense.
You saw a lot of token. I shouldn't say token pressure, but there was quite a bit of pressure from the Groton Tigers, and they had a little bit of hard time getting into their offense with that pressure.
Russell drives hard to the hole. His shots, I guess they called it travel first. Took a step before he got going.
He wanted the Euro step. Unfortunately, I think that guy kind of blocked it off and just got called for the travel.
You know, maybe that, we call it token pressure. Maybe that pressure is just to keep Weaker from getting the inbounds.
It very well could be.
And not setting up. They don't want him to touch. Step back three from the Braves is hard off the back of the rim, and Knights will take the possession and go the other way.
Well, that was Fredrickson. We mentioned him a couple minutes ago. He's kind of
Clark drives. His little right-handed runner is off. Weaker rebounds, but it's stolen right away.
Slow start here for both teams.
Davidson goes to the rim, and it's blocked by Clark, and here go the Knights.
Yeah, Davidson just a little bit out of control there. Clark did a nice job going up.
And there's our first three of the night from Malik Weaker.
Well, we got our answer, though. It was a little drag screen in transition, and Mills was just nowhere to be found on that screen, and Malik's going to step into that more often than he's not.
Weaker's made a living of that all year, that kind of that delayed off the break, shooting that three quickly.
Well, he loves shooting to his right hand, as he did, and in transition, yeah, he loves that shot.
Weaker drives his reverse layup off the glass and no good.
Yeah, and unfortunate not to get that one to go, but the little bounce off the board was even more frustrating because Russell was right there for the putback.
Yeah, kind of a weird carom, so not very reboundable for the Knights. There's a three by number 11. That's short. And the Knights will pick it up. Oh, off the floor.
Fredrickson.
Turn it over, though. Fredrickson steps in and steals it, and his putback is good. That makes it 5-2 with 4:44 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you play defense for 15 seconds or so, and then get a board.
There's a nice cut inside by Jackson, but he's fouled on the floor.
A little bit of an emphasis here trying to get into the lane, it looks like, from the Knights.
Yeah, they really have worked the ball. Took that 1-3 in transition, but have really tried to go inside. Been patient.
Well, Storley's going to check in for Storley for Britton Hecla.
Isaacson's three off the inbounds pass is hard, and the Braves will clean it up and set up their half-court offense, trailing 5-2.
Here's Mills on the block against Clark. If you remember correctly, I believe Mills hit a couple threes against Christian when they played earlier this year.
I think you're right.
Here's Fredrickson at the top. Yep, he's going to want to look to be aggressive here. Took an extra step.
Took an extra step there, yeah. I saw that, and the whistle didn't happen right away. I thought, uh-oh. They did call it. Bo Beck with the call.
Yeah, Brendan's kind of been that primary defender this year just because Jackson has had to score more. But if you look at Fredrickson and you look at Isaacson, they match up so well with each other. I can understand why he's guarding him here tonight. Little set here. Looks like Knights are going to, Weaker's going to come off a little down screen here, and they get illegal.
Boy, just running good sets, but not executing like way you'd like. The Knights with another turnover off that foul. And that's going to draw a timeout from the Braves bench. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
It's been a trying year for parents.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. He said, "Hey, Darius, have you thought about going out for football? I think you'd be great." Fact is, I never played football. Fact is, I never had anyone tell me I'd be great at something. So, with no experience at all, I signed up. And a week later, I padded up and was running drills on the field. I never was great, but playing high school sports was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was accepted by my teammates, and I learned that when someone believes in you, you can believe in yourself.
We're back after that timeout. Britton in their half-court set.
Blake Rich checks into the ball game. He'll take Ethan Russell out of the game, and
there's Fredrickson with a shot.
Yeah, he's been aggressive early, but Isaacson's done a nice job on him.
Well by Isaacson, yeah.
Really hasn't gotten any good spots offensively so far.
Really a wild shot. There's Weaker from way outside for three, and his shot rattles out. And Britton will set up.
Yeah, 5 minutes gone here in this first.
Just 2 field goals, yeah. And just like that, the game is tied.
Yeah, Dawson Treby getting into the score column. He hits a long three-pointer. Knights need a good possession. Here's Blake Rich on the block.
Rich is posted up, knocked away, and stolen by Britton. All the way to the rim, and Weaker will pick up a foul.
Yeah, Gage Storley, who just checked in about a minute ago, is going to go to the line.
Knights have run some sets that look like they were going to get great shots and just haven't completed them, or just have made a mistake with either a foul or a turnover. Storley will go to the line for 2 here. Game's tied at 5, 2:44 into the first quarter.
Russell's going to check back into the ball game. They're going to go 3 bigs here with Andrew Brennan checking out.
Yeah, with Rich inside, or in the game, not necessarily inside, you'd kind of think that Caden Clark is going to be roaming free. Second shot's up and good, and that'll give Britton their first lead of the night, 6-5 against Aberdeen Christian.
Yeah, a little pressure here, a little man press, try to get a little trap if you're Britton Hecla. Make Clayton Clark bring the ball up.
Russell drives hard to the rim.
Actually, I
Cut
believe
off.
Britton Hecla's in the zone.
Isaacson's open for a 3, and it's just off, but Rich steals it away and then throws it away.
Yeah, Weaker a little bit fortunate not to get his second foul there. He's got to be careful as he just picked one up.
Boy, we've seen that with Blake a lot this year, haven't we? He'll make a great play and rebound, and then
yeah, it
throw
would have
it
been
to the
nice to
wrong
see him
team.
kind of be a little bit composed there, and because I don't think he was really falling out of bounds enough to where he had to throw it away. Hecla again bringing the shot clock all the way down to 10 here.
there's a long 3 that's going to go out of bounds. No, Britton saves it inbounds, and they'll have a chance to run the clock down again.
Yeah, they've been methodical with their possessions, and Knights are going to have to play defense another 20 seconds or so, it looks like here.
Frederickson's shot at the rim is good. Nice little up fake. And they jump out to an 8-5 lead here. Knights haven't scored for a while.
Yeah, Frederickson's got 4 so far.
Good patience by Rich. He kicks it back out to Weaker, and the Knights will set up.
Well, you go back to that Great Plains Lutheran game last year like you talked about. I believe Christian was trailing after the first quarter.
Boy, there's a nice catch and shoot by the Knights, and Russell's shot is off. He hasn't made a 3 for a while. Kind of been struggling from 3.
Yeah, it's been a tough sledding the last few games. 3-point line for everybody on the team, honestly. Knights used to making more than they're not.
Step back 3 by Frederickson is good. That'll draw 30-second timeouts from Coach Rohrbach. Braves leading 11-5.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
Knights will inbounds after that timeout. Winner of this game will play the winner of the Langford Northwestern game. Right now, Northwestern's leading that game 21-10.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a score I didn't think I was, especially in the Lions den. That's a tough place to play. What a shot from Frederickson there. Boy, step back with his 7th point.
You know, Braves are playing loose. There's a shot by Weaker that's short.
Oh, I thought it was going to bounce in. I think they're going to get Andrew Brendan here.
Brendan will pick up a rebounding foul. Local crowd from Britton Braves are all over that. They're enjoying this. They're leading 11-5, and they have the ball.
Yeah, Knights really methodical here offensively. As you said, haven't really got anything to go, but against that 2-3 zone, they didn't get a lot of in and out passes, in and out cuts, anything like that.
First few possessions, they really tried to break it down, and the last few, they've taken 3s and missed. So we know the Knights live and die by the 3, and they'll hit theirs.
Well, talk about a pretty big possession here, offensively and defensively.
Exactly. Frederickson with another 3, and that one's off. Rebounded by Holscher.
Yeah, shot a little early here. I think Weaker's going to have a chance.
3 on 2.
Short.
Weaker's shot at the rim is short, and the Braves are going to win that first quarter. 11-5 here at the Aberdeen Civic Arena. We'll be back in a minute.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Well, we saw the Knights held to 5 points that quarter. We saw them held to 3 that quarter against Northwestern, and they came storming back to tie it not too long after that.
Nice attack, good kick there.
Isaacson drives, his little runner's good. Just like that, Knights back on the board.
Yeah, nice little patience there. He didn't really get by Dawson Treby, but he just kind of rose up and hit that little fall-away jumper.
That's a hard shot.
Well, Weaker's got to be careful again. He's already got one. Knights looking like they're trying to pressure a little bit, turn it up here more in the second quarter. Yeah, you're going to get a jump ball there.
Holscher reaches in and gets a hold of the ball, but it'll stay on this end. Knights started the quarter with the possession. It'll be Britton out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting matchup there. I mean, if you're Frederickson, you got to be aggressive. I think Holscher kind of got locked and switched onto him. Here's Frederickson. He's got 7, as we talked about a minute ago.
Nice defense by Russell inside. He tips it away after fronting his man. He takes it all the way to the rack, and he'll score.
Behind the back at the half-court line all the way to the rack. Good move there.
Stole it on one end and scores on the other end. There's a quick 3 from the Braves. That's off the mark, rebounded by Holscher, and the Knights are coming right back. Trailing 9-11, chance to tie or take the lead here.
Well, something we're noticing early on is Christian's made a few substitutions, and Britton Hecla really hasn't. If you're Christian, you want to get up the floor as quick as you can.
Shoots a free throw jumper, and it's off.
Boy, it sure looked like he was going to spin and get to the rack there, but he kind of just settled for that jumper.
Yeah, you'd really like to see him use his size. And
I think he had a left-handed layup there if he would have taken one dribble towards to the rim.
He really likes that step back.
He does like that step back. Surprised to see him miss it. Everything. Here's Frederickson again.
Frederickson with a long 3 is kind of a forced shot. It's hard off the rim. Russell rebounds.
He's certainly been aggressive so far.
Ahead to Holscher. Russell's going to stop and pop from 3, and he's fouled, and makes the shot. Chance for a 4-point play.
This might chance to be the only 4-point play we've seen this year.
Well, actually, Matt, if you would have went to every game, you would know that Ethan Russell had a 4-point play against North Central.
Here I try to bring out this fun fact that I'm not even right.
No, Ethan had a rare 4-point play. Very, very rare play, but he's going to opportunity to do it again here tonight. If you didn't have to work for a living as a ref, you would go to every game. Russell's free throw's good, and just like that, the Knights are leading 13-11.
How about that? He had that really good shot on the right wing earlier in the first quarter and didn't hit, and then he hits that one and gets a foul.
Knights score 5 points in 8 minutes and come back with 8 points in less than 2 minutes to start this quarter.
That's the Knights for you, though.
Their possession ahead. Oh, Russell was ahead there.
Really tough to tell if there was a tip or not there.
That would have been our play of the night, and we were denied.
Yeah,
and we might have already had the play of the night on that 4-point shot.
It's plausible, though, that if that pass would have got to him, Russell would have put that down.
Even the Britton fans would have enjoyed that one.
Nice defense from Isaacson here. He's really trying to stay close to Frederickson wherever he goes.
Braves are working that shot clock. Got it down inside 15. It's stolen away by Isaacson, and he's going to go hard to the hole and turn it over. And the Braves will throw it away as they try to push it ahead.
I thought Isaacson had him with his around the back, and he kind of just slowed up and then tried to spin past him. I think if he would have just turned the Jets on, he would have got to his right hand. They're really pressuring, though. Yeah, you got to be aggressive to get to the lane here for Andrew Brennan. Nice take.
Brennan drives. His shot's hard off the glass. Looking for a foul, but none called. And Britton quickly back up the floor.
Here's Mills, top of the key. Thought that might bank in. Oh, my.
Real hard off the rim, and Brennan's there to rebound. Looks like Clark and Furman are looking to check in here for the Knights. Clark's sat a little while.
Yeah, he has. I wonder if part of that, too, is Mills just checked into the ball game a minute ago. So that's kind of the matchup. They both have relatively the same athleticism.
First time tonight for Connor Furman into the game, number 5. He's a 6'4" freshman. Been seeing a little more and more of him the last few weeks.
He has. He's worked himself into the rotation a little bit here. You know, he's long. He does his job. set screens for some of the main scorers, and he plays good defense.
Thought the Knights were going to turn it over there. Ethan Russell
Same
for
spot.
3, and he drills it.
Boy, that is a welcome sight.
How many times have we seen Russell struggle from 3, and then all of a sudden, bang, 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 3 in a row?
Well, I think about the state tournament. I mean, he had that one game where I don't think he missed.
30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
So, how are the kids?
Well, Emily made the honor roll.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we're really proud of her. Tyler, on the other hand, though.
What's going on?
He's been moody lately, just feeling down and not like himself.
Oh, we've been there. Nick was struggling last spring. He was so anxious and stressed.
Really? What helped?
Well, he joined the soccer team. And ever since, he's been a lot happier. He has more energy, he's less stressed, and he's definitely in a better mood at home. It's made a huge difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of the house, he's getting some exercise, and he's off his phone for once. It's been good for his mental health.
Sounds like it's been good for your mental health, too.
Participating in South Dakota high school sports improves students' physical and mental health. Encourage your son or daughter to get involved. This message presented by the SDHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, we're back after that timeout. It's been all Aberdeen Christian this quarter as they've scored 11 points already. And Britton has been shut out so far this first 3.5 minutes of this quarter.
Well, they always say basketball is a game of runs, right? Christian starts off 5-0, then Britton Hecla goes on an 11-0 run, and now the Knights are on an 11-0 run. So, game of runs here.
Furman picked up a foul there as trying to stop penetration. Braves are back in it in their half-court set. Step back 3, way hard off the rim.
Yeah, those
kind of a hard to rebound. The Knights had a couple guys there, but
those are the two scoring right now. Russell's got 11 and Frederickson's got 7, so they're guarding each other as of right now. Boy, Knights got to do a better job blocking out and boarding, though. I believe they've given up 4 offensive rebounds so far to start this game.
Right now, Furman's guarding Frederickson, and he's really looking for his shot, but he's got Furman draped all over him. And there he goes.
There he is. There's that tip. You called it. Really nice job there.
Nice deflection by Furman. Knights ahead here quickly.
2-3 zone.
Weaker's set up on the side. He passes up the 3.
Nice find.
Finds Caden Clark inside. What a play.
That's just really good patience
Play
there.
of the night right there. Beautiful play.
Weaker. He's only 1 for 4 from the 3-point line, so he figured, you know what, I'll get to the rack, and he finds a wide open cutting Caden Clark.
Everyone in the gym assumed Weaker would shoot that 3 except for Weaker.
I agree.
He drove baseline, passed up a 10-footer, and hit Clark inside, wide open.
Yeah, tough crossover there from Frederickson. He got Furman into the air, and he's going to pick up his second.
Furman will pick up his second foul. Looks like he's going to sit as Andrew Brennan is ready to check in anyway. And Britton finally gets something to fall this quarter. That's their first point with 3:22 left in the second quarter after having an 11-5 lead to start this quarter.
Yeah, a little friendly roll there if you're Frederickson, but he's got 8 right now, looking for 9.
Their shots have really been off. They've been kind of forced threes because they had to be, but Weaker's open from deep, and it's nothing but net. Big 3 by Malik Weaker. One of those, back in my day, we'd all be screaming zone breaker.
Yeah.
That's a zone breaker.
Good-looking jumper there from the junior.
There's a 3 off the mark, kind of fought for by the Knights. They want to get
got
out
little
and run.
numbers
they
here.
3 on 2 here.
Floater, nope, kicking backside.
Clark ahead. Weaker's wide open at half court, but he passes it up.
Oof.
Russell drives.
Nice. One more pass.
Everybody's trying to make that extra pass.
Yeah, they had a couple chances here, but good possession so far if you're the Knights. Not settling.
There's
nice
Brennan
finds.
Inside to Furman. Still don't have
anything. There it is.
All the way to the rack, and he scores.
That was a really great possession there. They had about 5 good looks, and they wanted a better look and a better look. And then Andrew Brennan with a nice take on the baseline.
And really none of those passes to shooters were right in the pocket.
No, they really weren't.
They instead of forcing a bad shot.
And honestly, that's kind of the mark of a good shooter. When you know that it wasn't a pass that was right in the breadbasket, find a better one.
Davison scores for Britton Hecla. Their first field goal of this half. And the Knights have a 9-point lead here with 2:11 left. Brennan picks up a foul. or draws a foul, I should say.
Yeah,
and Knights will set up with a fresh shot clock with just a hair over 2 minutes left in this half.
Interesting, Fredrickson's got 8. He just checked out of the ball game.
Oh, Isaacson's 3 just rattles out, and it'll be Britton's ball.
Yeah, we talked about shooting slump a little bit. Russell and Isaacson haven't particularly shot the ball well in the last few games. Russell coming out hitting 2 so far in this first half. Isaacson's definitely going to want to look to get 1 or 2 to go here as the game goes on.
Weaker's got 2 and Russell's got 2 threes. There's a nice 3 in transition, but it's way hard.
Yeah, Gage Story putting that one up.
Knights really pushing. Brennan really pushing, but he loses the ball in transition.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't really have the numbers there if you're Christian.
There's another 3 way hard off the mark.
Yeah, Davidson had that one on the right wing. Both teams just a little bit off from the three-point line if you're not counting Weaker and Russell.
Storley will pick up a foul. That's Britton's 6th foul, so Knights will be in the bonus here this last minute 20 if they are fouled the rest of the way.
Be aggressive here. Nice kick. This is a little bit different of a zone. It's kind of it's got some 1-2-2, 1-3-1, and 2-3 principles, so I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Maybe they're switching back and forth, man.
They kind of have been, honestly.
We got another timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Knights will have a couple possessions left probably this last minute. They have scored 18 points already this quarter.
Yeah, I'm guessing Aberdeen Christian wanted to set up a little set here, trying to kind of figure out what this zone is.
Weaker's open in the corner. His 3 rattles out, but Russell's there for the rebound. He'll turn it over. How many
that's
times
twice
have we
now.
Seen that? We've seen that so many times this year where Knights turn it over underneath.
And I put that a little bit onto some of the other players, too. They got to come to the basketball, make themselves available after getting the rebound and possibly falling out of bounds.
Knights are going to get the last possession here if they still want it. There's 33.7 left.
Yeah, Knights a little bit fortunate there. There's a little bit of a late ball screen there, and Brendan just wasn't able to kind of switch or hedge. But they get him for a travel. I believe it was Davidson for a travel.
Well, what are we going to see here at the end?
With it being a little bit different, kind of a funky zone, honestly, it's really hard to predict who's going to get this final shot. We've seen Weaker kind of be the guy all year, but we'll see.
We have. I want to see that mysterious ghost screen.
Well,
here's
here's
Russell for 3.
Oh, boy.
Things happen in 3. Russell's third 3 of the half. And we're going to go into halftime with a huge quarter by the Knights. They scored 21 points.
What a second quarter from Ethan Russell. My goodness.
Ethan Russell with 3 threes in that quarter. Knights are going to lead 26-14 as we go into the halftime break. We'll see you on the other side.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in South Dakota knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? South Dakota needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Knights will be inbound to start this third quarter. After that explosion in the second quarter by Ethan Russell. What do you have?
12. Yeah, he had that fast break layup where he went behind his back, and then that 4-point play and 2 more threes.
Andrew Brennan for 3. Start this half, and his shot's off, and Britton will clear.
Yeah, good look there. He stepped into it, just hard off the back iron. Frederickson's got to keep going here if he's got to keep being aggressive for the Britton Hecla.
Nice take there by Dawson Treby as he drives to the hole. His shot off the glass is good. Starts Britton out with a first bucket here of the second half. They trail by 10. Knights lead 26-16.
Boy, look at the body surrounding Ethan Russell. Willing passer. Here's Isaacson.
Wide open at top of the key, but he misses that 3.
Yeah, just a little bit off. Isaacson, that is.
Boy, they'll probably let him shoot until he starts to hurt him. If they continue to double and triple Ethan Russell inside.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's more than capable of hitting a couple, so it'll be interesting to see how this third and fourth quarter goes for him. If he's going to get looks like that.
Look inside for Frederickson, and he's got Brennan posted up and pivots and finally scores.
Yeah, not a great matchup there if you're the Knights. They kind of got what they wanted. They're in a little bit of junk defense here, are they not?
They're going to let
nice board.
They're going to let anybody shoot except for Weaker and Russell, the way it looks.
I think they're playing man. Well, boy, it's a little strange.
There's Jackson from in the corner, and his 3 rattles home.
Good to see him take that one without hesitation here. I mean, Coach Rohrbach and staff and Isaacson, they all know he's a very capable 3-point shooter, so good to see one go there for the junior.
Knights pick up their first field goal this half, that 3 by Isaacson.
Pretty big answer after the Braves started out on a 4-0 run.
Frederickson with another deep shot, and that 3 rattles home.
Braves coming out like they did in the first quarter, having a couple buckets. And
7 points this quarter already, and they've trimmed that lead to 8.
With that 3, Frederickson goes over double digits. He's got 11.
Isaacson drives to the hole, draws a lot of contact, shoots up an air ball, and Britton will clear and come the other way quickly.
Yeah, Isaacson just kind of got stuck in the air there. I would like to see him kind of kick that one backside.
There's a three. Cleaned up by the Knights.
Weaker trying to push the tempo here.
Isaacson's left open. He'll shoot that three, and it rattles out. Kind of looks like they're going to do whatever they can to take Russell and Weaker out of the game. Isaacson draws a charge on a push there. Goes hard to the floor.
Yeah, they're going to get Fredrickson with the off arm. It looked like he kind of extended his left, and that's a big call. He's got 3 now.
He's kind of their top scorer. So
yeah,
we'll have to keep an eye on that here the rest of the way as he picks up his 3rd.
Yeah, got 11 of the 21, so you really can't afford to not have him on the court. Here's Russell off a double.
They're really paying attention to Ethan Russell and Malik Weaker, and they're caught with a hold right there. As Russell tries to.
I don't know if they're in some type of triangle, if they're just kind of playing off, but Isaacson's going to have open threes tonight, it looks like.
Russell's found wide open inside, and he misses a point-blank shot. Rebound won't go. Nice inbounds play.
Good follow-up with the tip, just unable to get both of them to go. And
Fredrickson's going to launch a 3, but it's hard. It's also a hard rebound when they're that far off, and Braze will clean that one up. He's really looking for his
he's
shot.
being aggressive, is he not? Wow.
Now a step-back 3 draws no rim there, and Knights clean up and set up in this half-court offense. Kind of a slow start offensively for the Knights. They lead 29-21 here.
They do have somebody kind of sitting at the free throw line, so they might have to start getting Clark here being a little bit more aggressive as he just gets called for the illegal screen.
Looks like Coach Rohrbach is going to take a full timeout here, so we'll be back in a minute. Let the Knights talk about this one. Britton will have a chance to cut into this 8-point deficit as the Knights called timeout there, as they've just kind of been struggling in whatever they're doing. And just like that, Brennan takes it away, goes hard to the rim, and he's going to be fouled and go to the line for 2. Nice steal by Andrew Brennan.
Man, how many times have we talked about a timely bucket this year, and Andrew Brennan seems to make a play. Big steal there.
He has really turned the corner this year for the Knights.
Yeah, he had the second half of this season. He's been hard to even take off the floor. He's had a really good last 10 games.
Brennan will make both those shots, push this lead back to 10 for the Knights, and Britton will set up in their half-court offense here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Isaacson in the ball screen here, see if they can get a switch on to Clark. Good help there.
Hard to the hole. Man, that was Fredrickson got away with number 4 right there as he really put a little contact on Russell. Russell had a strong rebound, but Braze will take over underneath. That we did not have a shot clock reset, so we're inside 20. And
we talked about him earlier, Mr. Mills.
Happens so many times that you just don't clean up a miss, and you ends up costing you.
They are in a triangle too. They ran it so strange in the first few possessions. I wasn't sure, but that time it was obvious. Yeah, Britton Hecla's in a triangle and 2 on Ethan Russell and Malik Weaker.
They're face guarding Russell and Weaker,
yep,
and kind of zoning up on the rest of the
Would love to see.
That's why Isaacson has been so wide open.
Yeah, I would love to see Brennan and Isaacson get into the lane here. Got to attack those spots, especially this top guy.
Isaacson's left open, and he's had a ton of those opportunities and only been able to knock one of them down so far.
I think he's got to make life a little bit easier on himself right now. Try to get to the rack a little bit, get into some floater range.
It's going to be one-on-one inside. Well, you get to postseason, and coaches like to pull out some kind of junk plan, whatever it takes, and hope things go well when you're the underdog. And boy, they are dogging Weaker right there, and they pick up a foul.
Yeah, Landon Carlson was shot the three. He just checked into the ball game.
Foul is on Schuller.
Luke Storley's gonna check in for his brother Gage Storley. Kind of a big bucket here if you're Christian. They really kind of a slow start to this third quarter for them. They only got 5 points.
That's what I'd like to see. Russell's open for three.
That's his fourth.
That's his fourth. 4-3 tonight.
Christian a little bit lucky right now that Ethan Russell's got it rolling. He's got 17 and a 34.
When they start to go in, they go in bunches for Russell.
Yeah, he can put them in real quick.
Boy, Frederickson, point blank, has one in and out, and finally in and out and rattles out.
A little in and out there from Weaker trying to get into the lane.
Weaker will turn it over. And the Braves are ahead, one-on-one right here.
Oh, he just lost it before that Euro step.
Clark with walled up and good defense. Brennan and Clark stop that action, and they'll come the other way.
Kicking backside here to Clark. He's going to go right back.
Weaker for three in the corner. His shot is off.
Yeah, kind of living and dying right now. They haven't got a whole lot to the lane, have they?
Outside of Russell's three, nobody else has shot the ball well from outside.
No.
Weaker's had two in the first half, but hasn't connected here this half.
Mills almost from the same spot, but missed it short and out of bounds.
I see Braves are a couple subs coming in. You kind of wonder if the way you play that kind of defense where you're face guarding somebody, that's hard to do that for 32 minutes.
Yeah, they're shuffling bodies in, but Knights are going to sub right back.
Starting to have to move some guys in.
You know, I'd like to see Connor Furman kind of get around that lane a little bit. He's done a nice job attacking this year, and he's going to go in, set screens, and find some spots.
Where do you attack a triangle?
Well, you want to attack that top guy. Yep.
Holscher's left open. His shot's down deep, but it pops out.
Yeah, besides Russell, hasn't got much to go, have they?
Frederickson hard to the rack, and he'll pick up a foul and go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, they're going to get Holscher there. It's too bad because Furman did a really nice job walling up and not allowing them to get to the lane. But Abe's going to come over with the help side foul. That's Frederickson again. He's going to go to the line for points 12 and 13. Kind of keeping them in it single-handedly here.
The Knights scored 21 points in that second quarter. They've only scored 8 here in this half. This kind of been back and forth. Britton's made up a little bit of ground.
Yeah, very low scoring if you're a Knights fan or on the Knights squad. They average close to 63, I believe it is. There's Frederickson. He's got points 12 and 13.
Offensive definitely run through Frederickson. He picks up 2 more there on the free throws.
They got to be aggressive on this. They're going to trap Weaker in the backcourt like that. Clark's got to look to be aggressive. Got to get to some spots, get to his floater range.
He drives and kicks to Weaker in the corner. His shot's off. Boy, Knights looked like they were in good position there, but don't pick that up. The 3 ball is just not falling for anybody but Ethan Russell here this quarter.
And the lane really isn't clogged right now. They need to do a better job of getting to that spot.
You know, and it's not – they're great shot. Knights are getting really good shots, just not knocking them down here.
Yep. That's the way it goes sometimes. You know, you just got to weather the storm a little bit and find ways to get to the rim.
Little touch foul out front as Frederickson drives. That'll be the Knights' 5th team foul this quarter. Third foul on Connor Furman.
Yeah, he's trying to hold down.
Deep three is off the mark. Another three in the corner.
Rattles
in and
just
out.
in and out. That would have been a big bucket there.
And the Knights will be able to go for one shot here.
Yeah, Treebean shot that with no hesitation.
Leading by 8 with 15 seconds left here right now. Knights will play for one.
Love to see somebody flash to the free throw line right now. It's kind of just open, and they got to take advantage of that space. 6 seconds here. What's Malik going to get? Good kick.
He kicks to Furman in
Hard.
the corner. His shot's way off. And we'll go to our fourth quarter here. Knights lead by 8, 34-26.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do South Dakota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, we're back starting the fourth quarter. Britton Hecla ball. Around our region tonight at halftime, Northwestern was leading Langford 26-21. Warner was leading Roncalli 19-16. And Wabash Summit was leading Leola Frederick 33-20. Those are at the half. They're probably about the same game time we are heading into the fourth quarter here.
Well, if you're Britton Hecla right now, you're pretty ecstatic. You know, you're only down 8 going into the fourth quarter here. So they got a little bit of a chance here. Kind of make a little run, make this thing interesting.
Yeah, you got to hope the Knights continue to shoot the ball poorly.
Yeah, they're going to stay in that triangle.
Look for Russell inside, and it's tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, I like that idea, but Isaacson's got to be a little patient there. Russell hadn't even gotten to the block before he threw that one.
Well, Clark really hasn't been a factor in this kind of defense here tonight.
He hasn't. To be honest, nobody really has from the Knights here besides Ethan Russell.
Isaacson's wide open again, and
there
that time he knocks it down in rhythm, catch and shoot. That's the Jackson Isaacson we've seen over the years.
Well, I mean, you go back to that Platte Geddes game to get to state last year. I believe he hit 6 threes. I mean, so he is nice move there.
Nice move by Fredrickson. Little up fake and steps in. And
that's too bad. Isaacson did a nice job. Really wasn't going to have a good shot, and then he just jumped and allowed him to get into the lane. 2 in a row.
Fredrickson has decided not to go down without a fight for this team.
Yeah.
Good hustle by Holscher. He saves it in bounds.
He's had a nice game.
But it ends up in a fast break opportunity for Britton Hecla. And they had trailed just by 7 here with 6:44 left in this fourth quarter.
Yep, here's that backside. Isaacson again.
Open again. His third three of the
quarter,
and he knocks it down. Woo! That
big shot there. Get it back to 10.
10-point lead.
Good kick there from Ethan Russell. Yeah, it's kind of been the Mills and Fredrickson ball screen. I think they're trying to get a switch onto the big guy, Ethan Russell in this case. And here's Mills, left corner, or left wing.
There's a three. Them threes can be hard to rebound sometimes. The Knights have really struggled rebounding.
Yeah, they haven't really blocked out very well with that. And, a couple hard bounces is sometimes just the way it goes. Nice back cut.
Russell's defense forces a tough shot right there, and the Knights will come down 1-on-4. Isaacson with the left hand. His putback is missed again. Nice effort by Isaacson, but Knights will come away with nothing there. Boy, there's an offensive foul.
Yeah, they threw it again. That'll be the second of the
Fredrickson
of the half.
The second time tonight sticks that left out and draws some separation.
Was that 0? No, sorry, that was number 5. Davidson.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay. Well, we got a timeout here, so we'll be back in a minute. Well, the Knights will inbound starting after that timeout. We got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Jackson Isaacson's hit a couple of big threes for the Knights' only offense.
Yeah, he's taking the bulk of the shots here in the second half, just because he has been open. And Britton Hecla of the Braves,
like
they're back in man.
Straight up man-to-man now, and Russell's
Nice move,
inside.
Russell.
He takes his man to the hole and scores.
Well, that
rather
last
easily.
foul was a big one. You were right. It was Frederickson. He picked up his fourth, and he's not in the ballgame.
Well, if we're seeing straight man, you're going to see a lot of Ethan Russell, I would think, here.
Yeah, I love him going to the block there, just not wasting any time. Braves need a bucket here in the worst way. It's a little bit of a danger time. 5 minutes left, down 12.
And I didn't think he had his dribble yet. Fooled me there.
A little
There's
miscommunication on that screen there. Gets his board.
Missed, but followed up with a
Davidson.
Oh, Davidson missed the second shot. That looked like that was going to go. And Knights will set up here, leading by 12 with 4:35 left.
Yeah, you want to be a little methodical here
in
if
this
you're
contest.
the
There's
Knights.
Russell again inside.
Nice rip
He drives
baseline.
hard to the hole.
Yeah, oh, nope.
He'll draw a foul.
He is a really tough matchup right now for the Braves. They just don't have anybody that can really match up besides Frederickson, who has 4 fouls.
Yeah, you can't leave him out too long if you want to have a chance here. Britton Hecla. Cade Clark will check back in for Abe Holscher, and the Knights will have their original starting lineup in the game, and Frederickson comes back in with those 4 fouls with 4:31 left here. Russell's first shot was good. His second is up and good as well. The Knights will have a 14-point lead.
That is 19 for the 6'5 junior. Had a nice game so far, pacing the Knights and scoring.
Isaacson.
Good hands.
Isaacson's back on Frederickson here. We'll have to watch that matchup as we go.
Treby had a step there, but Weaker just kind of put his left arm out. Got a piece of the ball. Braves will inbound. From deep.
There's a long three. Hit the shot clock off the carom by Landon Carlson, and it'll be Knights ball.
Yeah, he's kind of hopped in and shot a couple deep threes. He hit one. Carlson, that is. Timeout. Timeout, Braves.
Yeah, Braves will take a full timeout here. 4:13 left. Knights lead 44-30. We'll be back in a minute.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Just over 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter as we come out of that timeout. We got some full court pressure by Britton here. They're having to open things up, and they're going to get a turnover and a foul. Isaacson lost the ball and dove to the floor, but he picked up a foul right there.
Yeah, good pressure from the Braves there getting on the floor. I believe that was Storley that was on the ground, so timely turnover here.
Isn't that amazing how you'd assume you'd never have trouble with full court pressure, and all of a sudden it can eat you alive?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of bounce passes on the when you're trying to break a press. You got to be really crisp with your passes.
I agree. Fredrickson gets a switch there, and his long three is off the mark, cleaned up by Jackson Isaacson. The Knights will take it the other way, leading by 14, just inside 4 minutes here.
Yeah, Knights are going to want a good possession here. Use most of the shot clock and see if you can get a layup. Oh my goodness.
Just sloppy play.
Yeah, they somehow get it back.
Knights clean it up. Weaker's left wide open. He'll shoot a step-back three. That's going to be hard off the rim, and Britton will come the other way.
Would have liked to see Weaker kind of turn the corner there and get to the rack.
Woo! Wild shot cleaned up by Ethan Russell. Knights will set up. I'd like to see the Knights run, put pressure.
Yeah, I think they need to get to the rack here, honestly. Finish this game out at the free throw line or at the or getting a layup.
Brennan takes it all the way to the rim, but he doesn't hit anything.
Here's Fredrickson.
Britton will set up. Everybody's kind of standing for the Knights, and they're lucky to pull that rebound down.
Kind of a sloppy game from both teams' perspective right now. Just nothing's really falling, and it's been choppy. Nice find.
Nice game there. And Clark misses a pretty easy shot, gets his own rebound, misses a second one, and Britton's going to turn it over.
Yeah, that was a good fight from Weaker there.
Nice two-man game from Weaker to Clark, but Knights don't convert.
Not sure if Clark, not that backside, was going to kind of come and try to swat his shot away, but he had a layup if he wanted it, elected for the floater. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go here.
Russell with a fadeaway from about the free throw line, and he'll knock it down.
Well, we said use the shot clock, but when you got it going, you got it going.
There's a long three by the Braves, and Knights will clean it up. And they are really being aggressive here.
Yeah, that's going to be bonus, so Ethan Russell will go to the line here.
Fouls on number 3, Luke Storley. Aiden Fredrickson was wide-eyed there for a minute. He was hoping that wasn't going to be on him.
Yep.
We're down to 2 minutes and 7 seconds left here. Knights leading by 16. Slowly pulling away, very slowly. Britton has really played hard tonight.
Yeah, they have. They've been scrappy all night long, and they got to have about 7 or 8 offensive rebounds. That's really helped them because neither team has shot the ball well, but unfortunately the Braves they only have 30 points.
Ethan Russell's first shot is good. His second one is up and good as well. Coach Rohrbach's going to take a full timeout, going to take advantage of every one of them, and we'll be back here in a minute. Well, Britton inbounds after that timeout, trailing by 18 with 2 minutes left right now in the game, and they're going to press and shoot a deep three. Russell with another rebound. Russell's got a lot of rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging almost a double-double on the year. I believe he's got like 9.6 rebounds in his.
He's going hard
nice
to the
find.
rack. Finds Jackson Isaacson. A lot of contact, but he scores through it. Knights go up 20. Boy, the game of interest in our region is Langford Northwestern. That's who the winner of this game will play. Right now, Langford's leading 49-42. It says with under a minute left. So right now, things stay the way you'd expect. Aberdeen Christian will be taking Langford on in Webster on Friday night.
That's right.
And that'll be the first game that night. Aberdeen Christian is a #1 seed, so they'll play that first game.
Yeah, it looks like Wabe and Warner are going to get each other for the second year in a row.
Fredrickson's shots off. Tried to draw some contact, and everybody kind of stepped out of the way, and he went hard to the floor.
He tried to kind of sidestep Clark there. I think he kind of tripped on his own feet.
Russell's open for three. Can he make it 5 tonight? And his shot rims out. It looks like Coach Rohrbach's going to go to the bench here inside this last minute. Knights are up by 20. They got a fresh shot clock. Russell's going to, Coach Rohrbach's going to take a timeout so he can get these guys in the game. That'll be Aberdeen Christian's last timeout. It'll be a 30. We'll stay here as they're just going to sub here quickly, and a whole new group in for the Knights here. Holscher, Rich, Joey Johnson, Garrett Pearson, and Brady Furman. Connor Furman.
Holy cow. So, I mean, look at just around the state here. Bridgewater Embry is going to upset Del Rapids St. Mary's. So that's got some Sodak 16.
A couple upsets in that first round.
Yeah, Canastota losing, and now Del Rapids St. Mary's. That's crazy. Bridgewater Embry pulling out the W.
Knights will inbound. They'll have a possession right here with their subs in. See if somebody can get a good look. Pass inside to Rich. He's going to pivot, go strong to the hole, and score.
Take.
Nice, strong take.
Yeah, you know, he's got those long arms. He kind of got that ball above his head there. You're not going to block that. Good, strong take there from the sophomore.
Jordan McGregor with a three. It's rebounded by Furman. Well, thanks for correcting me on that. You owe me a one after the other night. I had to correct you multiple times.
You want to know
that Marcuson? Did you hear any feedback on that one?
I did. Well, only from Aberdeen Christian people, but you want to know the backstory to that one?
I do.
So I played City League basketball with Mr. Marcuson, Barry Marcuson, and I always used to call him Marcuson because I thought it was fun to say. And I know it's Marcuson.
Richard, the strong rebound. I'd hate to interrupt you, and he puts it back and scores.
And it just like stuck with me, you know, in the moment. I just kept saying what was fun for me to say during City League. So.
Well, I watched the playback, and you would go back and forth, so I knew it was.
I knew it was Marcuson, but I just kept saying Marcuson.
I got to say, Matt, we've done a few games this year. I've had a lot of fun.
It's been awesome.
Doing play-by-play. We started with Britton Hecla, first game that we called, and here we are again tonight.
Yeah, who would have thought it would have.
Friday we'll have another one in Webster as the Knights got a chance to dribble this out. Garrett Pearson with the ball.
That should be a great atmosphere. I'm looking forward to that one, whether they play Northwestern or Langford. Really, it doesn't matter. Should be fun.
Looks like the Knights are going to play Langford. Rematch. And Knights win 54-30. We'll have to let this one go. Thanks for listening.
This activity was brought to you by this station, its advertisers, and the member schools of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the South Dakota High School Activities Association.